All right, welcome to Late Night Gaming. I'm Poem and I'm with my pal TowerNumberNine. What's up,
What's
Tower?
going on, guys? Yeah, happy to be here, Palm, and we're gonna do some commentary here on the San Francisco Planetary Qualifier event.
And we're up to round five. We've got Bosk Blue piloted by Cody Rose against the Boba Green ECL piloted by Jake Shell. And both these players 4-0 at this point. So we're in the late stages of the Swiss with some quality decks here. This is a
Yeah, I believe actually the Bosk player here, that was Cody, is that right?
Cody Rose, it
Yeah,
says
yeah.
here.
I believe Cody just came off beating me actually in round four. So we'll see how he does against a Boba opponent here. When we see
Uh,
the bold 9.5 graded boba showcase used there in the graded slab. Not something I've seen before in this game, but first time for everything. People used to do that in Flesh and Blood, I know.
he wishes that thing said 10.0 or whatever, 10 on it. But a
Yeah, and then
showcase,
a 9 point.
9.5, not too bad, but a showcase v showcase here. You love to see it.
Yeah, the in Flesh and Blood, because people would play these equipment cards that would start in play, they would use graded slabs for those. Those also tended to be the most valuable cards. Um,
I'm gonna get us a little
yeah, it's interesting.
fast forward. We're just kind of shuffling around
Yeah,
and
yeah, just doing some setup here. So Boba Green ECL versus Bosk Blue 30. Looks like Cody's going to lead us off with Dr. Pershing.
was that
What
a
do you think? Yeah, I think it
pass?
was a pass.
Okay, a no turn one play there for Jake.
I have talked to, when I did my interview with Anil, who won the, I believe, Dallas PQ with a Boba Green. He was using Boba Green 30, so his deck's probably a little different. But he said that he would often mulligan for ramp and not care if he missed his opening play. So it's possible that Jake's on the same tactics here.
Yeah, that was the old Thork strategy on his old Boba or Vader
Vader.
Vader Green
Yeah.
deck. He would say the same thing about that. And a top
Yeah.
target,
Yeah.
a glary top target put on the
Super laser technician. A
whatever that
little
guy's called.
interesting. The top target is out there before any damage is on the base. And so if our Boba player can come up with some means of killing his super laser technician before damaging the base, he could wind up basically making that top target irrelevant.
So a little bit clunky then on the timing there of the top target.
Yeah,
And
but it doesn't look
was
like he
that a
necessarily has
takedown
a.
or no force choke?
It was a
Okay.
forced choke on Forlom. So Forlom
Well,
killed Pershing, then a forced choke on Forlom, and then yeah, it looks like there's no way for that super laser technician to get removed, so he just swings into the base. Probably
and
something you're happy to see if you're the boss player.
I think you're also happy if you're the Boba player to have the extra card from the Force Choke. Boba Green is often, Boba decks in general just are starving for cards. So they like having cards for sure.
Yeah, if you're getting a lot of extra resources from Boba's ability and spending those, you can end up low on cards in hand. It's not maybe as bad as like a Han deck or something, but you can still find yourself running out of cards pretty fast. There's another bounty. I think that's a death mark. It has a lot of glare on it, but yeah, that's a death mark.
They
So
got
that one
some
will.
they got some shiny sleeves, these guys.
Yeah, I think a good tactic sometimes is to buy fresh leaves before a tournament so you can make sure they're in good shape, not worn or marked in a way that might lead to a penalty. The double bountied super laser technician,
He would like
and
to
of course, go ahead.
no. I was just thinking you'd like to against Bosk have some way to like bounce your guys when he puts these bounties down, but I doubt he's
Yeah.
running a pirated starfighter.
If he is playing McClunky, that could be. Ooh, Bosk deploys only to be immediately killed by an ECL ambush from Zuckus.
A
I do think,
powerful play
yeah,
there.
really big play. I do think that Zuckus in particular. works very well with ECL. Like you can do the Forlom Zuckuss synergy there, but even if you don't have Forlom, Zuckuss can still ambush with ECL and get a lot of damage in. So no double bounty resolved from Bosk there, and like you said, Boba's dumping a bunch of cards.
And he's
That
cooking.
Zuckuss
He's got a
and
nice looking board state, even though he didn't get that ECL or that Super Laser Technician procced earlier.
yeah,
He's feeling pretty good about himself right now.
yeah, and that technician is still a unit that can swing for 2 damage, so it's not totally irrelevant. I wonder, so if you're the Bosk player here, do you use Bosk's ability to kill that Super Laser Technician? Like normally you wouldn't, but at this point in the game, maybe you want your bounties and stuff. You know what I mean?
It's interesting. I mean, he could have done it right there, and he's just choosing not to.
Yeah, but I mean, Vigilance to kill the Zuckuss is saving him more damage, so he could still do it later in the turn. I assume he did kill Zuckuss heal 5 there with that Vigilance. Yep.
Yep. We're getting we are getting close to 8 resources though here, and there's not a whole lot of damage on the base.
Yeah, I think
And
there was a hit there from Super Laser Tech up to 5 damage. Oh yeah, dude, a Snoke here could be pretty huge for our Bosk player, but he can't play that for another turn or two.
I was thinking like do they run Super Laser Blast? Or they just
I'm
go
not
Snoke
sure. I
Event.
don't
They
think
just
I
go
saw it
Snoke
in the late
Avenger,
game.
huh?
I think he has Snoke. I think he has Emperor Palpatine in there. Um,
That's pretty spicy.
and yeah, I mean it can do some work. Oh man, but there's so much
Oh
pressure.
yeah,
Well,
they're
regardless of what he has, I don't think he has time. I would be killing that Super Laser Technician at this point. I think he needs the 5 heal.
we've got 22 damage on the base.
Yeah,
Think
that really took a turn. He went from not that damaged to, oh, here come these attacks. Here comes Fett's Fire Spray. Now I'm in trouble.
that's what Fett's Fire Spray does. That card is absolutely amazing.
Extremely strong card. Extremely strong card. Probably one of the best cards in the game. It'll be interesting. Do you think that people are going to be playing? You think people will be playing that with Django Fett from the new Twilight of the Republic set?
I can see it. I was
Entrenched on Fett's Fire Spray.
my thoughts lately have been thinking about whether bounce is going to be as good in set 3 with all the clones and all the little guys and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
it's interesting.
you
So
know,
bounce does kill tokens, so that helps.
it kills them, but you pay 3 for a waylay on a battle droid or something. It's
Yeah, that
like
doesn't feel great.
so what do you? So I wonder if maybe Boba Yellow just doesn't isn't as happy with set
Oof.
3.
Childson hits the board and then immediately gets barraged. One thing that I will say for bounce is that if exploit becomes good, bounce is very good against exploit. And looks like that barrage is the game. We see the fist bump. I can only imagine that's a concession. I think there is lethal on board here. So Boba Green ECL was able to navigate the situation with that super laser technician never dying.
Yeah, I think in set 3 I'm a little bit more excited about coordinate than I am exploit.
Yeah, it's interesting. I
We're
is this
back.
the start of the next game? You're
We're
skipping forward.
yeah, we're just back into action. We've got Pershing into a mercenary gunship.
Sounds good. Yeah, so this time both players hitting their turn 1 plays. Merc Gunship. I had a game in this tournament where the card that did the most damage to my opponent's base was my opponent's Mercenary Gunship because I stole it and was able to swing like 3 or 4 times with it, I think, and end up really putting on some damage.
That card really requires some forethought, and you need to understand exactly how to navigate that. I fi-
The Merc Gunship is shot down by an open fire, but we see Jake bring out a Lurking TIE Phantom.
Lurking tie, a unit that's really difficult for boss to deal with if he doesn't have make an opening here. That card
Yeah,
can
I mean,
really start to take off.
I assume that he's running Inferno 4. Most of these decks do, and that provides some level of answer, but it's not really what he wants to be playing at this point. Like you said, make an opening is ideal. There's Inferno 4, so it'll give him an
Okay.
answer to some degree, but it's a slower answer.
Does he have some way to kill that Inferno 4 to protect his lurking tie?
Looks like he's firing off a resupply that'll get Boba on the field this turn. Boba could kill Pershing in ready 2 resources, and then we could then potentially see something used against Inferno 4.
An ECL
Greedo
like
on the
7th
board.
Fleet Defender would just be just very good here.
Yeah, that would be sweet. But he's not gonna have the resources for it after playing Greedo. Even if
Yep.
Boba goes for Pershing, and
Yep.
it looks like Boba's going for the base instead. All right, so Inferno 4, I guess, is going to be the, a softer counter, but it looks like it's going to be a successful counter. I can only imagine the first action here from Cody is going to be to take out that Phantom with Inferno 4.
Yep.
The Phantom is a very kind of polarizing card in terms of its outcomes. It's bad against even like normal, not outstanding basic space units, but if your opponent doesn't have a response, it's really annoying, and there are a lot of normal responses that decks run that just don't work against it.
I had the craziest include in my deck that I haven't told anybody about at this
Oh,
tournament.
let's hear it.
So the card is called Unlicensed Headhunter, and it
Oh
is
yeah, I know that card. The 2 cost 3/2, and it what is it? It heals. It has a built-in bounty, but only when it's exhausted to heal or something.
yep. And you forgot one key word on that card is that it's a saboteur.
Saboteur. Yeah, yeah,
So if the point of that is to protect your lurking tie against 7th Fleet defenders. So
yeah. Ah,
you play the
that's
unlicensed
interesting.
headhunter in the early game. You don't have damage on your base yet anyways, and then they try to play a 7th Fleet out. They don't have ECL or whatever, and you can just instantly kind of kill that 7th Fleet.
See,
It's
that's a cool play, and that actually makes a lot of sense. Somebody had said that you were running it, and I remember thinking that's very odd. Why wouldn't you just run the Merc gunship or Kylo's TIE silencer? But the saboteur there makes that make a lot more sense to me.
I had people making fun of me that I was testing with initially, and then I turned them over to my
Turned him around
side.
on it.
Yep.
That's a good feeling.
All right, so Zuck is hitting the table. Just played straight up. See if there's an answer there from the Bosk. Looks like 10 on base. Here comes Bosk.
Initiative taken.
The way the actions worked out that way. Did I?
Boss just crashes into Zuckus. Interesting.
That is interesting. He just sacked himself.
He still has 4 resources up. I wonder if there's a make an open. Well, but if he had a make an opening, he would want to play it before the swing because that would keep Bosk alive with the -2 power on Zuckus. That's interesting. I wonder what he doesn't play anything else. I wonder what he's going for.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Takedown. Just
Is it 9 damage on the base at this point? It looks
I'm
like.
seeing 9 on the base.
Zuckus just swings into base. He has that damage on him, but Jake has the initiatives. That's going to be 6 more, up to 15 on base, I believe. Yep, 15 on the base. Boba ready to deliver another 4. Is there going to be some heal or similar option here for Bosk? And I think Bosk is erroneously still exhausted here. He should be ready at this point. Inferno 4 swinging for 2. Kind of surprised. I wonder if he's trying to like get the Boba player to play more actions before he shows his
Yeah.
hand with what he's going to play this turn.
It definitely looks some type of dirtle situation. It's hard to diagnose exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, because I think the 2 damage from Inferno 4 is almost totally irrelevant here,
Yeah.
and you
He
would probably rather have it ready to respond to certain space units. Ooh, here comes Vader. That's
I would have liked
not
if
amazing.
for the dirtle to use the Pershing for draw.
Pershing instead of Inferno 4. I was just
Yeah.
thinking that, especially because we now see Pershing getting picked off. Oh, and there's Bazine Natal. Oh man,
Oof.
but look at that hand. There's some strong stuff in that hand. 2 vigilances, a top target,
We
power of the dark side. I think that's a Fell the Dragon
maybe
and a Rival's Fall.
probably taking vigilance out of there. I think that was his plan was to clean him up with the vigilance. That was where the
This is a 6 resource turn, right? So he won't be able to. Well, I mean, oh no, he's taking Rival's Fall. I wonder if that indicates a Boba's armor.
yeah, or just a kill on Boba Fett. He's going to protect that leader and be able to generate resources and such.
Yeah, it's true. Boba is the only unit left that would be able to swing, so losing the Rival's Fall there does mean that he guarantees a Boba swing, even if he doesn't have the armor. Vigilance, finishing off Zuckuss and healing the base for 5, but 4 of it going back on after a swing from Boba. And we're initiative taken, and we're on to the next turn. So he still has another Vigilance, but the only unit he could kill with it is Bazine. And because he is playing blue-red instead of a double blue composition, it would use almost all his resources.
It's going to try to
That it,
expand my screen here so they can see this.
that is one of the really big things that Iden Double Blue has going for her among the various control decks. The ability to play Vigilance for 4 is extremely relevant, in my opinion.
Yeah, Iden Double Blue, definitely a powerhouse. Got to get you on that. See what that
It
looks
is the
like
Vigilance.
in set 3. I'm curious to see what these control decks can do.
Yeah. So Vigilance killing Bazine and healing for 5, and then top target thrown onto Boba. But Boba and Vader get to swing in for 9, so even though there was a lot of healing, Bosk is not winning the health versus damage race here. Swings again with Inferno 4, 2 more damage on the base. A little surprised at that compared to using Bosk's ping on Boba, but I'm not sure. Now, what's going on here? Maybe he took back that move. Yeah, it looks like he untaps Inferno 4. Small bow. Yeah, I think maybe he took the initiative instead of doing that attack with Inferno 4. So now small Boba is played and Forlom.
Got quite the
Man,
board here, and we haven't
he
seen
better hope he has an. He
we
better
haven't
hope he has
seen
a
a
super laser
we
blast.
haven't seen a blast, and you said you played this guy and didn't see a blast, so
But I was playing Sabine. It's not like,
mm-hmm.
he might have had
Oh,
one. I don't
here
know.
comes 8 blast.
Hey, there
Okay,
we go.
whoa, okay, it's a
He had
totally
it.
different game now.
And he gets the big heal from that top target. I believe that's going to be a
Okay,
heal for 6.
this
And
is
he kills his own Inferno 4, which means he gets to look at his top 2 cards and put them on the top or bottom.
okay.
But Boba still has all those resources to play cards with.
He needs like a Vader or something. That'd be real nice here.
Fett's Fire Spray would also put some pressure on. Greedo's not bad. I think I saw Boba Fett's armor in his hand. Yeah, there's
Greedo
Boba
into
Fett's
Boba
armor
Fett's
off of
armor.
Greedo. And that's his
Oh,
only play. That is not where
that
you
is
want to be.
not
I
what
think
you
there's
want.
still a power of the dark side here from our Bosk player.
It's looking like Bosk is going to take this off with Super Laser Blast. We got a little overcommitted by Jake. I think when you have a couple units on board, you just hold your other bombs in hand and just kind of, slowly
What
trickle
is
in.
this? Crate Dragon.
Crate Dragon coming to shut the door on Boba. Does he have
Well, let's
anything
see.
to
How
answer
much?
that?
Yeah, I mean, so he won't have Fell the Dragon. Plausibly, he could waylay it. I mean, that's not even that good.
That's not even that good. He just plays it again or whatever. I don't know. I don't think he has an answer to the crate.
Crate Dragon is a kind of a win condition card. At least the cleanest way to deal with it is Fell the Dragon, fittingly enough. It seems like maybe he's just gonna sit there and not play anything. I don't think that's a path to victory, but we'll see what happens. What is this? Redemption Medical Frigate. I heard this guy was playing this, an out of aspect Redemption Medical Frigate. Man, that is a spicy play right now.
Nice. That is
So he,
sweet.
so he had to pay 10 for that, but I think he gets to heal 8. And now he has this Space Sentinel. He has this Space Sentinel and he has a Crate Dragon on the board. It looks like I think maybe he healed 7. Is that what I'm seeing there?
Yep. I think there might be a 3 on one of those tokens. It's hard to
But how would you
tell.
heal for
Yeah,
9? That
I
doesn't
guess he
make sense.
can't. Yeah, I don't know. There we're getting a scoop. Okay. Game
I mean,
3.
yeah, that is.
Look,
Oh
he
yeah,
showed his hand. Did you see that? Was an
what
Avenger.
what was that? There was like a
He had
Palpatine
an
or something.
Avenger, a Palpatine, and something else. Yeah, he had gas in his hand.
Boy, what a spicy play from Cody there with the Redemption Medical Frigate after following up his Crate Dragon to just close the door on that game. I
Well,
think you're right, Palm. I think if our Boba player had held back more of his cards and played them out in response to that Super Laser Blast, we might be seeing a different scenario. This is game 3. We're seeing the same start again, it looks like.
it looks like it. Deja, I had to check the video to make sure we were in the right spot. But yeah, it looks like a Pershing and a gunship.
Let's see. This time though, the Boba player is going first. So even if we do see that open fire that came out last time to clear it, he'll get to swing first. Swings for 3, and it's a power of the dark side rather than an open fire this time. Boba Fett Disintegrator on the field. Once one of the strongest legendaries in the game, but his star has fallen a bit, in my opinion, thanks to the rules change about when leaders are considered to have entered play, and thanks to 3/5 units being more common in set 2. That being said, not exactly a bad card. In fact, a quite good one.
All right. So what can Jake do to put the pressure on here? What is he hoping for in his next couple rounds?
Probably just more units, especially if you can get that especially if you can get a phantom on the field without an answer from Cody.
So he's on four
Takedown.
resources. If he can play two twos, I think that's probably pretty good.
It was a
If
very odd play, in my opinion, to play the Merc gunship first. Maybe he was hoping to kill. No, but it doesn't really make sense.
oh, he
I
only
think
has
I
a
might have
two
swung with
cost.
Boba first. The thing about playing that Merc gunship is the opponent could just immediately steal it.
Just only playing two. If I was not
He
mistaken,
must
only
have just
two
had a bad hand.
resources.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
two resources on his four resource turn.
Not where you
Definitely,
want to be.
definitely not.
The gunship's doing some damage, so he's got 6 damage through now. But if I'm the boss player, I'm not feeling too bad about this. There's a death mark on the Merc gunship. That'll draw 2 cards, and it also exposes the gunship to be hit by Bosk's leader ability. We could also see Bosk potentially flip and then use some control card to remove the gunship and double the card draw bounty, draw 4 cards. Entrenched on Boba Fett.
Boba does not like to see that. No way to really clear that off of there.
He does clear Pershing, but yeah, unless he's brought in some confiscates from the sideboard or something, I don't know how he's going to answer this entrenched. So if you're Cody, do you even deploy Bosk right now?
I guess not. I don't know. It just gets. I guess he has a little
What
bit
card is
of.
that? Is that I get there's a lot of glare, but maybe that's a
Yeah,
Zuckuss. It looked like he paid 5 for it.
I've got glare right under the camera right here, so
Top
it's.
target thrown onto Zuckuss, and Bosk charges in there and immediately dies. His leader basically being used just to score 4 damage on an opposing unit.
I mean, the timing is right there with Boba leader exhausted to where he can actually not just get killed by the Boba leader. He's already got the Boba leader knocked, like kind of locked down.
Right. Isolated, the
So
entrenched.
so that was like his one window to kind of deploy and then get some damage on another unit without
Yeah, he
just
at least gets
yeah.
some value. It's not a huge result. Oh wow, there's a steadfast battalion in hand for our Boba player. It's old school style with a new school twist.
So that's
Steadfast
a
battalion was a terror of set 1. I'll tell you that much.
yeah, my good friend Astrotech unveiling that at a online tournament and to quite effect.
When I first had that played against me, I legitimately thought it was bad. I had been one of the players who assumed it was a draft type card, but I was proven wrong. It ended up being such a relevant card in the set 1 metagame. Here we see it being played out, and Boba may be entrenched, but he's still on the field to allow that Steadfast Battalion to get the +2/+2 on attack ability. Vigilance killing Zuckuss, healing 5. Top target heals another 6. 11 healing there. That's wild. And our Bosk player reach the end game here. He only has 5 damage on his base. Well, okay, so that's actually going to be a swing for 7. So he'll have more. He's doing the counters.
I think Bosk is in just a good spot here. He's got the
Yeah, I think so too.
Boba locked down. He just
That's
mitigated
illegal.
that unit. What happened?
So he plays a takedown on the Steadfast Battalion. It's actually not a legal play because the Steadfast Battalion still has the +2/+2 from its own
Mm.
on attack trigger. It looks like fortunately they caught it there. That's not a legal play. It would be a good play if you could do it in that situation, but not accessible when it has the temporary HP. It's going to be an open fire instead.
Likely,
5 resources,
likely
or
the
is that
same.
6?
Ooh, fire
6.
spray. Oof. Okay,
Mhm.
that puts some pressure on.
If the Bosk player has a bounty, he can put it on. Oh, he throws a make an opening onto Fett's fire spray. Not the play you most want to see, but it does heal 2 and limit the incoming damage from the fire spray this turn to only 3. Fire spray attacks, and then we see, I believe initiative was taken by our Bosk player. The counter is still on the other side of the board, but I don't think he would have passed there.
Yeah, we had an initiative without a token pass, I think. And
Yeah,
Bosk
and
has
that's
Bosk
pretty
is
common.
he has arrived into the late game,
Yeah,
pretty well intact. I mean, he's got
blam, super laser
yeah,
blast.
super laser blast, and that's pretty much it.
Let let's see if our Boba player has more cards in hand to try and rebuild a board in this crucial moment where the opponent's tapped out for Super Laser Blast. There's a Toro Calican, that's a good start, but he probably wants more. Yeah,
Okay.
there's Forlom and Toro's ability damaging Forlom, or Toro's ability damages Forlom, readies Toro, and there's a swing for 3. That's pretty good. That's
Yep.
pretty good.
Yep. And we have
By no means the worst Super Laser Blast recovery, but there still isn't that much damage on that base.
it looks
And
like
we could start
three
seeing other closers.
looks like three cards in hand, but we know that Palpatine units coming, Avengers coming. So we
Potentially
have
Snoke.
so we have
Looks like there
some
is a steadfast battalion there for Boba. So what do you think? Boba, Green, ECL, steadfast battalion? Are we back to trying to find more ways to counter your opponent's Boba flip?
I guess so. I guess it's just, just that ECL, just flexibility. You have Zuckus, and you have the battalion. You just have some good plays into, to
And
kind of
is that
move the needle.
another super laser blast? Wow.
It looks like it.
Round 2. That was a pretty decent recovery, but they got wiped off the board. Hopefully Boba has some more units. We know he has that steadfast battalion in hand. Let's see
Uh,
if he has anything else.
I haven't seen like a Vader. I feel like that would be good here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Vader and bring in another unit.
Okay, that's
Nice.
pretty good.
Steadfast. So the
Okay.
Bazine there. Oh, he sees some big shots though.
Oof. What do you even do with that?
Palpatine crate drag. Oh man, that is a seeing that hand. I almost think it's going to be game over. I mean, we'll have to see, but that is absolutely what our Bosk player likes having. Did he? No, no, no. He took the crate dragon. It looks like. Okay.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
guess
what
the
I.
crate dragon's the biggest closer. I don't know.
I
Palp.
feel like maybe Palp. I feel like maybe Palp because the Palp's gonna kill the Zuckus here, whereas the
Right.
Avenger he could have sacked Bazine. And
Yeah, the
like,
Avenger gets wasted against Bazine. The Palp will kill Zuckuss.
yeah, I don't
There we
know.
go. Palp kills
Uh,
Zuckuss.
I think that was a mistake. I think I take Palp there.
Oh, he's got a Maul in hand though. He could ambush Maul into Palp, kill it,
Okay.
take all the damage on Bazine. It still does 1 overwhelm. The problem is now he's open to that
Yeah.
Avenger though. I
That
mean,
doesn't. That's not.
really, I think it was a hand without a lot of good options, unless he had like a Greedo or something here to follow up that Maul.
This isn't gonna work. That line. This line doesn't work with the Avenger in hand.
Yeah,
I think you got to take the Palpatine, let him play the crate, and just
there it is.
try
Yeah,
to push
Avenger
through.
sweeps
You
that.
need to try to push through with that Zuckus. I think that was kind of
There
like
just isn't enough damage on the base. He has the Fett's Fire Spray in hand, but like it's only going to be 5 more damage. And that's not, he's not like in range for the kill.
I haven't seen waylays. A waylay would be good here. Just get that Avenger out of there.
Yeah, though he'd also need to have like maybe 2 units to play afterwards. It's a
Hmm.
tough situation once the blue villain control decks get into this end game, they can start hitting these plays that become no, there's the waylay, like you said.
Waylay
Does he
into
have
fire spray, but then the Avenger just comes
but
down and kills it.
yeah, it just comes down again next turn. So the waylay doesn't really get any well, it makes him spend all his resources on Avenger next turn. That's something, I guess.
Yeah, it just kind of delays
But
the
he's only done
inevitable
like
here.
18 damage at this point. He needs to get 12 more. I don't think that fire spray is long for the
I mean,
world.
and you know that frigate's coming soon.
Yeah. See, this is where if you had the Millennium Falcon, you would be wanting to play it, swing, and then bounce it back to hand to dodge some of this removal stuff. Yep. And so fire spray dies, and Forlom comes out, and then I think we're gonna see a steadfast battalion as well. Well, he did manage to get he successfully managed to get another unit onto the board. So fire spray can swing now, but it's only going to remove Forlom. The Boba player can still swing for 5, assuming there's no other thing that's going to come out and mess up his chances in the ground arena. What's he got in hand? Looks like another Forlom there. Fell
He's
the Dragon kills the Steadfast Battalion.
he's gonna be able to get an attack in. I mean, that's really what he wants here, right?
Yeah, swing with Forlom, 4 damage in. It's
I mean, that puts him up to 22. We're like in earshot.
Does he have a hot shot? Maybe he's looking for that in his
Maybe he
resources
wants to
now.
keep Forlom alive and just kind of play a Greedo or
Hot
something.
shot.
Okay. Yeah.
So hot shot from the resource zone smuggled in lets him hit for 6. He could be doing worse here. He is managing to chip damage onto that base, but he's probably going to lose this Forlom and the attached hot shot to another swing. So he's got 20 damage on 21. It looks like 22 maybe.
24 on the base.
Oh, is one of those a 3?
Yep. The top one's a
Okay.
3. Eight.
Uh-oh, top target thrown on there. He's got to put some other unit onto the field to absorb a potential Avenger swing
I
and
see.
prevent it from clearing
Interestingly, he has
Forlom.
another Forlom, so he could like replace his Forlom to prevent the top target. But
No,
then
I think it still goes off from the replacement kill.
does it? Okay.
I believe so. I could be
Okay.
wrong. Because I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure you can play K2 to replace K2 and trigger the one defeated.
Yeah, I think you you,
Um,
you know this kind of stuff more than me. I think
it's all
you're right.
good. Merc gunship coming out. That's a screener unit, so he's going to try to use this to absorb.
He
He's
could
still in
steal
this
it.
game.
Oh, he could steal it. Okay.
Make an opening, kills that, and heals 2. He needs to get some other unit out or exhaust the Avenger or do something that's going to allow him to get a swing
He needs
with that.
no good to me
Is he
dead or
looking for
something.
Bazine?
No good to me dead on that would be good, but
It'd be huge. Bazine from the row would be huge, but I don't know if he has it.
he
At the
he
very least, he isn't immediately making a play.
I mean, he looked like he checked and didn't see one.
Oh, it gets in. I think that's probably going to be it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not over for sure, but that's a heal of 6, and it means this big attack isn't going to make it in next turn. So I don't know if our Boba player is going to be able to recover from that. Down to 16 on the base instead of 22.
yeah. Yeah, it's time to go out to the taco truck in the parking lot and take a long bathroom break before,
We'll see.
before your round 6 match. Get your deck deboarded, you know.
He's sticking it out. He's not going to scoop just yet. He resources up to 9. I'm not sure if he has. So is this Boba player playing Devastator? Because some people are playing the like super high end late game stuff that can potentially answer this Avenger here. He plays a super laser tech. That's not the ultra. Oh, and there's the crate dragon. That's I don't know how he's gonna get out of that spot.
He's locked up. He's locked up. He's got a dragon on the ground trying to kill him, and a spaceship up top just blowing up everything.
Yeah, we have kind of multiple endgame win condition cards on the field now from Bosk, and I think this is going to be a win for Cody, but we'll have to see. What could Boba possibly have to escape this scenario?
Uh,
It looks like he has Boba Disintegrator, Forlom, and Maul, and none of those cards are. I mean, he can't even. Yeah, none of those cards are good in this situation at all. So I think he's pretty done, but
yeah,
he's maybe
he's holding
thinking
on
it
for
through.
hope. He's reading his cards. He's just seeing if they say something different on
There's almost a dejected nod there. He's looking through his discard pile, but I'm not sure he's gonna find anything relevant. Maybe he's just trying to see his odds of drawing a Fett's Fire Spray or something. He brings out Boba Fett Disintegrator. He's not scooping yet. The problem is our boss player can use the Crate Dragon Ping to kill the Super Laser Tech. He does so, and now the Avenger swings and kills Boba Disintegrator. And does 8 more damage to the base.
We're locked up here, gents. There's a taco truck. They got carne asada, just really nice ladies.
The play is Forlom, and the Crate Dragon just immediately kills it. And there's the fist bump. Okay. Yeah. Good play there by Cody. He was able to get to that end game and keep things. You know,
He hung in
Boba
there.
fought bravely,
That was a
but
fun
it,
one.
it wasn't enough.
And so hang in there and stay tuned for round 6 action here from San Francisco. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yep.
And thanks for commentating with me, Tower.
Oh yeah, happy to.